This is how you know Republicans are in a full-on panic mode over the Epstein files and the ongoing attempts to distract us from that by the right wing, by the Trump administration, the regime. It's when they roll out Ted Cruz on Fox News. That's how you know. It's absolutely rock bottom desperation, because Ted Cruz long ago sold his soul to the devil. He's one of my senators. I know this. But we do have signs of hope. First, of course, we know that the big news today is Ghislaine Maxwell, who was Epstein's setup girl, working at Mar-a-Lago to recruit girls to go out to Epstein Island and be trafficked sexually. Oh, wait, who owns Mar-a-Lago? Oh, yeah, some guy that used to be on TV. So they're trying to pretend that Trump knew nothing about it. And let's just prepare ourselves for this. The attorney for Ghislaine Maxwell has agreed to meet with Trump's DOJ people to arrange a deal so that my guess is she will now be out of prison with either a commuted sentence or a pardon from the president. Now, what do you think that will mean? Does that mean that anything she says is credible? My thinking is no. But what I do know is they continue to not just release the files, not the grand jury file that's sealed. That's a very small piece of the puzzle. What we want, what we have always wanted, what Trump promised on the campaign trail, every other promise he made is broken. Remember the economy, how he's going to improve the economy? Now it's not only improved, it's getting worse, and he wants to fire Jerome Powell because the head of the Fed has something to do with inflation. No, that's what happens through economic policies like the big, beautiful billionaire buffet that was passed. He wants to make you think something about Russia, something about Obama, even though the Russia investigation was conducted by a bipartisan congressional committee that was headed up by Republican Marco Rubio, who is in the Trump regime. Don't let them distract you from any of these things. What we want to see is the names of the people who are on the list. The Wall Street Journal has made public a picture of the photo that Trump drew. Trump said he never drew it, but of course we know that he did. He claims he barely knew Jeffrey Epstein, though Epstein was at his second wedding and introduced him to Melania. They were apparently very, very good friends, if not best friends. And Trump has been involved in every sex scandal. I mean, everything involving sex you can imagine seems to somehow come back around to Donald Trump. His multiple sexual assault convictions and investigations fall into that as well. But there is a bigger story here. Republicans and Democrats actually worked together. And I want to focus on this because this just doesn't happen anymore. It used to happen all the time. Republicans and Democrats came together on the House Oversight Committee and voted to subpoena the Epstein files. So I want to call attention to the three Republicans who voted with the Democrats, who all voted unanimously for this. Nancy Mace from South Carolina, who is really interesting. She seems just stupid crazy half the time, and then every once in a while she makes sense. It's weird. Brian Jack from Georgia, and Scott Perry from Pennsylvania. I called all of their offices today and I said, look, I don't even care what the issue is. The fact that you were able to put party aside and work for the best interest of the American people, I applaud that. I'm a constituent, but not directly, but indirectly, because you're in leadership in the House of Representatives. That makes every American your constituent. I got a person at every office, and at every office they thanked me and even agreed with me for my sentiment. I also called Ted Cruz's office. You never get a person there because the guy is completely off the rails, and most people in Texas can't stand him. It's just that you have enough people out in the sticks that only get Fox News that still vote for him, and then they don't like anything he does. And go figure the logic behind that. This is something you can do, something positive. We need to reward these Republicans for working together with Democrats, because that's how we're going to get out of this mess once the Epstein files have brought Trump down and we have to rebuild America. Let's take action today. As always, thanks for watching.